Okay, here we are, April 7th, 2023, and we're visiting the Texas State Railroad in Palestine, Texas. And we're starting our 25-mile journey to the Rusk Depot. And the Texas State Railroad is part of the Texas State Park system. Here we are sitting in first class. Now this is a heated car and it's rather cool. And in first class we have hors d'oeuvres, fruits, snacks, and drinks. They serve sparkling cider and champagne. The chocolate was absolutely excellent. So here we go. This starts us off. And they're going to feed us numerous times. Here is the private viewing platform for the presidential car. So here we're looking out as the train moves along the tracks. Now this is not a commercial railroad track. This is the private track, or I should say the Texas State Park track for this railroad. And here we are. Here's some of the farms and residences along the Texas State Railroad. Now this is a very cool day in Texas on April 7th. I would say the temperature is 50 degrees. Quite chilly. Beautiful scenery. There is a light mist, and here we're looking at second class. This is the second class car, and this is the third class car. Now you're wondering, why is nobody sitting in third class? Well, that's an open air car, and the mist and the cold air is coming right in. There was a group of school children on a field trip, but they decided to give them a quick upgrade to second class. But here we are, a vintage rail car. Now, they've actually turned the train around because they're getting ready to go back. That's why the caboose is on the back again. And here we go. Now, here we are at the Rusk Depot. And this is actually part of the Texas State Railroad Park. And here we see a beautiful lake, a cold, misty day. Quite refreshing though. And there we look out over the lake. Now this is right there, I guess, in the early spring. Now this is Texas, so many of these trees, they really don't shed their leaves, but this is the spring. Majestic lake. Don't really see anybody sitting out there or fishing. Like I say, this is a cool day. There we see the school buses. And here we're at the Rusk Depot. And they have a very elaborate museum and gift shop and restaurant. So here we go. Definitely a tourist destination. And here they're explaining the history. This railroad was built in 1881, and it kind of became a tourist site there in 1976. Now, what they're doing here is they're turning the train around. So what happens is they need to swap the caboose and the engine. And so that's what they're doing. So now our platform is going to be viewing the back of the locomotive. And that's a diesel locomotive and an antique diesel locomotive. This dates back to the late 50s, early 60s. Quite a history of this locomotive, but it now belongs to the Texas State Railroad. Now they do have steam locomotives, but they're not using one for us today. So if you're a train enthusiast, this is a chance to examine carefully an antique locomotive. So here we go, hitching up. Now we're back in Palestine after a long day, a total of 50 miles, 25 up and 25 back. Very interesting, quite a day.